Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in a Fortnite video. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys some of my best tips and tricks to improve your shotgun aim and just to hit more shots with your shotgun overall. I'm going to be showing you guys some of the best tips and strategies that I use personally to hit so many shotgun shots very easily and also to hit more damage. Because I know a lot of you guys are hitting 30 damage shots, and I'm going to teach you guys how you can hit more damage with your shotgun very easily as well. So if you're struggling with your shotgun aim or just want some very good tips to improve it, definitely stay to the end of the video because I have a ton of very good tips in this video to help you guys out. And real quick, before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday. So if you guys want to take part in this giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do to enter is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys do turn on those post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video and when I announce the giveaway winners. And lastly, make sure you guys do comment down below either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into my next giveaway. So if you want some free V-Bucks, make sure you guys do enter. And also, if you guys like to support me in the item shop, all you guys have to do is go down to the bottom, click on support a creator, type in my code. My creator code is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys some of my best tips and strategies that I use personally that help me hit way more shotgun shots and be so much more accurate against other players in this game, especially when it comes to my shotgun. So there is a few key points that I want to talk on in this video that I believe are going to make a huge improvement on your game and improve your aim tenfold. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what those things are. So first off, when it comes to your settings, I just want to mention this first. For me, I like to have between a 45 and 48% X and Y sensitivity, and when it comes to shotgun aim, I feel like this gives me the best aim possible. But of course, if you guys do play on a high sensitivity, so for example, you play on maybe like a 50 or 60%, then it can be a very good for flick shots. But for me, I'm not the best at flick shots. I'm decent, but I'm not the best. So personally, I like to play on a little bit lower sense. But when it comes to your sensitivity, if you ever feel like your aim is really bad, I always recommend turning down your sense a little bit. So if you feel like you're missing a ton of shots, a ton of flick shots, then I would recommend lowering your sensitivity. So when it comes to how you want to approach other players and how you want to engage them, that's going to give you the best accuracy possible. One thing that you can do, and this is something that you really just have to think about when you're going into game, but when you're fighting other players, there's so many gunfights where everything's going to be close range. You're going to have to go for a quick edit on the other player, and one thing you guys want to do that's going to make the biggest advantage against the other players and give you the best possibility of hitting high damage shots is going to be when you go for an edit. What you want to do, there's so many different edits in this game you can go for, but when you go for an edit, what you want to do is you want to try to finish off the edit where the other player is at. So for example, if I try to hit this shot right here after this edit, as you can see, after I finish off this edit, I'm looking all the way up in the sky, meaning it's going to be so much harder to hit the other player. Versus if you can see when I go for the edit downwards, after I finish that edit, I'm already on the other player. And the same thing can be said with this edit. As you can see, if I try to edit downwards, I'm going to be looking right at the ground, which means if I want to hit the other player, I'm going to have to hit a very hard flick shot. And when you want to have good aim, you don't want to go for the craziest flick shots every fight because that's going to build inconsistency. Because after you edit downwards, you're already looking at the ground and you're going to have to flick up towards the other player. And a lot of times in box fights, people jump shot. So which means if you edit downwards, you're going to have to flick up so far and your accuracy is going to be so bad. Versus if you go for the edit facing upwards, after you finish off that edit, you're going to be on the other player. So that is going to be probably the #1 tip I can give you guys to improve your shotgun aim. And that is going to be after you finish off edits, you want to finish off the edit as close to the other player as possible. Because the longer your flick shot on the other player, the more inconsistent you're going to be and the more shots you're going to tend to miss. So finishing off the edit where you maybe only have to move a couple inches to hit the other player is going to give you a massive advantage on this game. So that's the first thing I would recommend to improve your shotgun aim. Now the second thing that I would recommend doing, that this is a very good one as well. Now this one's obviously a little bit more known to more players, but you're going to have a major advantage on that right hand side. Now there's two things I want to talk about. The first thing could be a little bit more obvious, and the second one is something that you guys need to do. So the first one, obviously, you don't have as much FOV when you're running around the corner on this left side. So for example, in game, if you're low on HP and you have to make this shot on the other player going around the left side of the wall, it's just in your best interest not to challenge at all, because the player on the right side, based on the FOV in this game, is always going to get that first shot on you. So if you are low on HP and you have to round a corner on the left side, I would not recommend doing it, because you're not going to get the shot off before the other player and you're going to be losing that gunfight. Now the second thing you want to do, so keep in mind, you always want to have that right hand side, especially when you're at a disadvantage. So for example, if the other player has the wall in front of you, so say the other player had this wall, what you want to do every single time, you can either go for a wall replace, but if you don't go for the wall replace, maybe you're low on materials, maybe low on HP and just want to get shot on the other player, what you want to do is you always want to stay on the left side, and you want to stay as far on the left side as possible, because that always is going to give you a right hand advantage, because if the other player tries to challenge you from any angle, they're going to be coming out from that left side. So once again, if the other player takes the wall from you, what you want to do is you always want to stay on this left side, because if you're on the far left side of this wall, no matter what edit they try to go for, you're always going to have that right hand side. So like I said, if someone has the wall in front of you, stay as far to the left as you can, because it doesn't matter if they go for an edit on the bottom like this, it doesn't matter if they go for a top edit, whatever the case may be, you're going to be in perfect positioning no matter what. So if someone takes the wall, you always want to move over to that left side like I'm showing here. That way, no matter what edit they try to make, you're always going to have that right hand advantage, meaning that you're going to be able to get off the first shot and you're going to be hitting for more damage, because you're going to have a better view on the other player. So always staying to the left side is going to be a crucial tip, and something that not too many people talk about. That is going to be a huge difference. It's going to make a huge difference on your game. So the next thing I want to talk about that's going to be a really good way to hit more high damage shots is when you're running around walls, you always want to keep your shotgun level at head height. Now there's different ways in different situations why you may be looking down, because when you look down when you're running around corners, it lowers your FOV and it makes it harder to see other players. So for example, what some people might do is if they see loot around a corner, they might look down at the loot to see what it is. But what you want to do instead is you always want to keep your shotgun level at head height, because as you can see, if I'm running around a corner and someone pops out and my shotgun's already at head height, I don't have to worry about trying to flick shot. I don't have to worry about hitting a crazy shot. My shot is already going to be on the other player, versus if I'm looking too far up, if I'm looking too far down, I'm going to have to go for a crazy flick shot to readjust my aim, and I'm going to be hitting for a lot less damage, and it's going to be much harder to hit the shot. Versus if my head is already at head height, it's very easy to hit that next shot. So when you're running around corners, if you think there might be someone in the building, you always want to run around with your crosshair at head level, or at least at upper chest level. So if someone maybe pops out around the corner, your shotgun is already at their head, it's already at their chest, and you're going to be hitting for maximum damage. Versus if you're maybe looking at slightly down, or maybe you're looking slightly up and the other player rounds the corner, then you're going to have to go for a flick shot, and there's a good possibility you're not going to be hitting for more damage than 30. So you always want to be running around corners with your shotgun at head level, or even SMG or assault rifle, whatever the case may be, because this is going to allow you to hit higher damage shots much more easily than having to go for a crazy flick shot and then just praying you hit a headshot. And if you hit a headshot, you're hitting for like 38 damage, so it's not going to be that big of an advantage. So those are my best tips I can give you guys when it comes to hitting more shotgun shots, improving your aim, and just being way more consistent with shotguns here in Fortnite. So hopefully all these tips helped you guys out, because these are tips that I use every single game that make a huge impact and difference on the shotgun shots that I hit, and also the amount of damage that I'm able to get off on other players. So with that being said, that's wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys found this video very helpful, make sure you guys do hit that like button, make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. Make sure you guys do turn on post notifications so you guys can get notified for every single new video. And as well, I do live stream every single day here on this channel at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys do come by my live streams if you guys haven't already. But like I said, I appreciate you guys watching the video. And alright guys, I will see you next video.